Aloha, everybody. My name is Ameera Atlantis, Healer. Welcome to today's group Past Life Regression with the theme of going into the world or to the realm of the Aquaferians. So before we get started with a little bit more information about why I chose this topic and how this is all going to go down today. I know some of you pretty well. I've worked with you. You've been clients, or maybe you're my dear friends. Some of you are brand new to me, so I'll just give you a little bit of an overview of who I am and how I came into this work. I am an incarnated mer being from Atlantis. And that might sound kind of kooky out there in the real world. But for those of you who do know me and do follow my work and know that I have a mission here on this planet to help open up and raise awareness, not only towards the return of the great kingdom of Atlantis and the Atlantean timelines, but really my mission is to really help people tap into their multidimensional selves. And we do that through experiencing other realms and realities that are happening simultaneously. So I call myself a past life regression facilitator, but we all know there's no past, present, and future, right? Everything is happening all at the same time, which is kind of a big, weird concept to wrap your mind around, like how that works until you start doing regressions or until you start to actually visit other realms and realities. And then you start to realize how we exist on multiple lines of time at the same times. And just a quick little reminder for everybody to go ahead and make sure that they're muted right now. So we exist on these multiple realms and realities on these multiple timelines. And we actually have the ability through hypnosis or through trance to go and visit these other versions of ourselves and bring back information. So when I work with people through a regression or what I call a soul progression, they're visiting another version of themselves, or they are placed into the etheric space where y'all can make contact with your guides, your higher guidance, your soul guidance, whatever you want to call it, and that bring that forward to utilize to help yourself on this line of time. Because all this woo-woo stuff is really, really cool. But the most important thing is that it helps us out here. It makes our lives in this reality more healthy, more joyful, more fun, more playful, or helps us to make sense of like these really amazing and complex beings that we are. My first past life regression, I found myself as a mermaid. I was on the facilitator's couch, like actually doing this, jumping up and down on her couch, exclaiming, I'm a mermaid, I'm a mermaid. And I felt myself swimming down into the ocean, into an underwater city. And back then, it was really early in my awakening. I didn't even know mermaids were a real thing. Like I thought it was making the whole thing up. And I kept thinking this woman's going to think I'm crazy. But of course, she did not. She knew exactly what was going on in this inner world and just kept asking me the open-ended questions to guide me through my experience and help me to learn to trust my own inner knowing, my own inner guidance, and know that the information that I was receiving through this experience, what it actually did is change the whole trajectory of my entire life, of everything I thought I was and what I was supposed to do in the world. It gifted me so much doing more and more regressions, learning about myself as Mer, learning about myself, other realms and realities, that I went through 3 levels of facilitator training to an advanced level because I wanted to give the gift to this give you all this gift and allow regression therapy or other life therapy or whatever you want to call it to come in and bring you those pieces of your soul that are never really lost. You're never really separate from them. We've just forgotten, right? Through the veil that we all come through and through this like kind of limited spectrum of 3D that we're all placed in. We're all now making big moves, I think, to drop those veils, to remember who we are. We've got all kinds of exciting opportunities that we can go into, shamanic works, meditations, regressions, to open up those soul memories, to open up the records of our souls and allow us to really remember who we are and why we're here, what we're doing here, and how we can expand that more into this reality, into this existence for purpose. I feel that we all have a yearning to know what our purpose is, like why we are here, why we came to Earth, why we were born. And one of the many gifts of regression therapy, there's many tools that we have that can give us guidance. We have an astrologer or two here in the group, and astrology can be a great tool to help us uncover more of our blueprint, more of who we are. There's all kinds of different modalities that can give us these little clues and give us these little pieces. But I have found the greatest benefit or the greatest gift that I can offer anyone is to go to your own soul records and access your own Akashic. So today, as we go into the Mer realm or the water realm, most of you are probably here because you suspect that you have a lifetime in that realm or in that reality. And most likely you do. Even if you're not really sure if you have a lifetime in particular in the Aquaferian realm, guess what? You can still access one. How can you still access one? Because the records belong to all of us. Okay, we are all one. We all come from one source, from one Godhead. So I literally work with people who would like to find out more about why their soul or why their earth life is playing out in a certain direction. And so we set an intention together to go into their records. There are times where I'm not exactly even sure they're going into their particular soul records, but they are accessing a record or a reality or an imprint of a lifetime they can bring forward that will help them in this reality. So you guys, it doesn't matter. Like some people wonder, is it true? Is it not true? Are past lives real? Or are they not real? I personally believe that they are, and that's been made very evident to me by the things that I have discovered in the parallels in my life and the ways that it helped to heal me. But even if you're a person who is a little skeptical, like, I don't know if I really believe in this or not, it doesn't matter, because if you are remembering something that heals your unconscious, your subconscious, if you are remembering something you can bring forward to make a big shift to heal you or help you in this lifetime, it doesn't even matter. I have clients who have imprinted lifetimes, meaning they haven't had earth lifetimes before. They came in with imprinted lifetimes, so they can navigate this earth with some kind of foundation. When we go into their particular records, it doesn't matter that they're imprinted. They're remembering something that they brought purposely with them from the Akashic to help them adjust to being human or to being better in their human purpose. So I want you guys to really be open to the idea that we are more complex, that we are more advanced in our own personal infrastructure and technology than we can ever imagine. You are never making anything up. All the stories that my clients experience, anything you experience today will come from somewhere. It will come forward to give you a story. It will come forward to give you a lesson. It'll come forward for fun, to show you something new about yourself. And the greatest gift, you guys, the best gift you can give yourself is just to trust yourself. If you get this left brain that goes, oh, what is this? That can't be true. Just let that go to sleep. Allow this to be a right-brained, creative, expansive exercise. Because if you're going to sit here and go through this whole process with me, why not just allow yourself to be entertained by the story and bring it in to assist you in whatever way might serve you best? All stories come from somewhere. They're all in the collective somewhere, and they're all truth somewhere. Truth happens to be our perspective and what we believe, right? That's what creates our truth. Me, I'm creating new truths all the time. I'm allowing what I believe about myself and this world around me to be very fluid and flexible, because what I believe 6 months ago, a week ago, 6 years ago might not be necessarily what I believe today. It's not my truth today. So again, the greatest gift you can give yourself is just to be really, really open your hearts, trust yourselves, and just allow whatever information is meant to be given to you to come through. So some of you might be very visual. You might actually get little pictures in your head. For me and for a lot of people, a lot of folks, I don't regress that way. I don't really see anything. My information or knowingness comes like an impression of information, like a knowingness. Like when you have a really good intuition and you just know something is true, that's how you might regress. Okay, so if you get little pictures in your head, that's just icing on the cake. But what's more important is that what you trust is that feeling or the impression or the sensations or the smells or the hearing or whatever comes through and offers you this story. In a typical regression, I am asking the open-ended questions to you as my client, and we're having conversation. You're reporting back to me what's going on in this inner world, what you're seeing or experiencing, and we're having a conversation back and forth. Obviously, because there's a group, it's a rhetorical experience. So I'll be asking the open-ended questions. They will be general to all of you. And you will be cataloging or recording your experience or the answers to my questions in your mind's eye. Now, if I happen to ask something and it doesn't apply to your situation, because there's 16 people on this call right now, and so there's bound to be some of you, I'll ask something and it won't apply to wherever you're at, just ignore me. Okay, just ignore me and stay right where you're at. And even if some of you might even end up kind of tuning me out altogether, and spirit may guide you through your own unique experience that doesn't even have anything to do with what I'm asking or what I'm speaking about. And that's okay too. Again, this is an exercise in trusting yourself and building your own unique connection to your soul, to spirit, and to your Akashic information. Let's see what else. I'll take you through several scenes in the lifetime. Obviously, we will be underwater or in some kind of watery environment. And it's very important that you remember that you can breathe down there. Okay, your Aquaferian self will come with gills or whatever type of breathing built-in apparatus that body or that form comes with. You may or may not see yourself as a mermaid. You might see yourself as some other like crazy Aquaferian type of form. And let me tell you, there's a lot of Aquaferian forms out there that are very unique and very special. I can tell you that the true mermaid form does not look like the typical contemporary mermaid, the beautiful, long, flowy hair, human-looking mer person. The mer beings look more like fish. We look more, and there's a wide variety of mer beings that are out there too, but we are more fish-like, with big bulging eyes and fish characteristics. And of course, we think we are beautiful. So the reason I'm telling you that is if you observe yourself in the body or the form of something that does not look like, Ariel, you're right on track. But if you do, that simply means your unconscious, your subconscious is giving you this image or this vision of yourself in that way, and just accept it. Be very, very open to what you might look like, what gender you might be. Even if you have a gender, you might not even be a mer. You might be some other kind of like crazy, wonderful, fish-esque, aqua-esque type of being on another planet. So we will go through several scenes. You'll get to take a good look at what your form is, and go through a kind of typical lifetime for that creature, for you as that creature. And then I'll also take you through, at the end, I'll take you through your death in that lifetime. Death and experiencing our death in other lifetimes can often be very telling for karma or things that we brought forward into this lifetime. So you'll be asked some questions about how old you were when you're dying, and if there's anything going on in your psyche at the moment that you died that could potentially need to be healed in that lifetime, so we can heal it in this lifetime. And if you don't die, if you're one of those eternal creatures that just keeps going on and on and on in this other realm and reality, that's okay too. Just go with it. I think that's all I've got. Just remember, guys, everything is stored in your unconscious. Everything is stored in your subconscious. It's all there. Just follow the sound of my voice. Listen to my cues. Listen to the callings of your soul, and you will do just fine. And like I said, when we complete, I'll give you a couple of minutes to do your journaling, and then I will ask if any of you would like to speak briefly or share briefly your experience. Hopefully you have some headphones going on and nobody is going to bother you for the next little while. And with that, I will invite you all to simply close your eyes and focus on your breath. And just blow out your breath. And just allow your inhales and your exhales to bring you just a little bit deeper into relaxation. Focusing now only on the sound of my voice and the feeling of your breath moving through your body. I'm going to ask you to take 3 cleansing breaths in through your nose and then an exhale. Breath number 1, inhaling deeply. And on your exhale, letting everything else go. Breath number 2, inhaling deeply. And on your exhale, becoming fully present and here now. Breath number 3, inhaling deeply. And on your exhale, opening up to all new possibilities as you relax your forehead and the spot between your eyes. Feeling your eyelids lightly relaxed, relaxing your teeth and lips, your tongue and jaw. Good. Bringing that relaxation down into your neck, relaxing the muscles in the neck. Melting down into the shoulders, the arms, the forearms, the hands as you relax and let go. Feeling deeper, feeling deeper, feeling deeper relaxed. Good. Moving that relaxation back to your shoulders, allowing that relaxation to move down your back, just allowing the large muscles in the back to sink even deeper into relaxation. Bringing that relaxation around to your lungs and heart, opening your heart to yourself as you relax and let go. Feeling deeper, feeling deeper, feeling deeper relaxed. Good. Moving that relaxation down into your stomach, letting go of any tension that might be there. Moving down into your hips and thighs, your knees, your shins, your calves. Just allowing that relaxation to drop off into the earth as your body becomes more fully and completely relaxed than you've ever known it to be, feeling deeper and deeper, feeling deeper relaxed. Good. In a moment, I'm going to count from 10 to 0. When I reach 0, you will move deeper into that realm where you can fully and completely access all information, all wisdom and knowledge of your soul. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Relaxed and focused. Moving into that deeper part of you that can fully access all records, all wisdom and knowledge of your soul as you envision yourself at the top of a flight of 10 stairs. And just noticing what kind of stairs show up for you, you begin to step down, 10 down, 9 down, 8 down, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bottom of the stairs. See another stairway appear, noticing if it's the same or different as you again step down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bottom of the stairs. See a third final stairway appear. This stairway will take you as deeply into relaxation as you need to be. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bottom of the stairs. From the bottom of your stairs, see a short pathway that leads to a passageway that will eventually take you to a doorway. Here at the entrance, I'll remind you of your intention for the session. When you move through the doorway, you will find yourself in the Mer world, in the realm of the Aquaferians. You will very easily be able to see, feel, hear, and breathe in this underwater world. Please move down the pathway headed towards the passageway. Seeing a doorway come clearly into view. You may envision this doorway any way that shows up for you. And know that on the other side of this doorway is your Aquaferian lifetime. See this doorway slowly beginning to open. Feel yourself moving energetically through the doorway with your feet or fins planted in another time, in another place, taking a moment to have a look around this new watery world, simply observing, feeling, and noticing this realm you are in. Noticing how it feels up against your skin. Noticing the colors appearing out in front of you. Noticing if it is darkness or more light. Simply taking a moment to notice everything around this environment and feeling yourself easily acclimating to this water world. Notice how easy it is to be here. Notice how easy it is to breathe here. Notice if there are any other creatures near you. Notice if there are any other plant life or a terrain. Take a moment and just notice it all. Take it all in. What is your overall feeling being in this place or this space? Notice that. Now it's time for you to learn more about who you are, your form, and what you look like. So doing the best you can, just have a look at your new Aquaferian body. Notice if there are a tail, a fins, flippers, or feet. Notice the size of your form. Notice if you have arms, flippers, or maybe something else. Notice if you have hair. Notice what color or colors your form is. Just take a moment and fully expand into this form. Feel your essence one with this new form and feel how good it feels. And continuing to swim or glide or whatever you do through this watery world. Let's go exploring. Feel your body moving weightlessly, seamlessly, gracefully, maybe, throughout this Aquaferian realm. And notice what that's like. Notice who and what you notice on your adventure through the aqua world. Notice your emotions. Notice if you don't seem to have emotions, and just note what that's like. If there is a particular name for your form or your pod or your race, know that now. And if not, that's okay too. I would like you to move either forwards or backwards in the lifetime of this being to a particular scene or situation that would be important for you to know and remember. Go there now and find yourself in a scene or a situation that is notable for this lifetime. What's going on? Are there others involved? Notice why this particular scene or situation is important to remember. Notice if there are any parallels between your current life and what's happening in this life. Next, I would like you to notice if you have a family or a pod or a community in this lifetime. If you do, go to that scene or that situation now and notice who's there. Notice if you would have what we would call a family or parents, a community. And if you don't, that's okay too. Just notice more about who you are and where you came from. If you are noticing a community or some kind of family around you, notice how you feel when you are with them. Notice if they call you by your name. Do you have a name in this lifetime? And when you're ready, I would like you to move to a specific scene in this lifetime that is sensitive or sorrowful. A scene where there might have been a loss or disappointment. Go there now. And just observe what's going on. Notice if it has something to do with others. Notice if there are any parallels between this sorrowful scene in this life and your life, your world in this life. Are there any connections? See that scene just very gently and gracefully coming to a close? If there's anything to heal, we'll come back to that later. And move to a scene that was extremely happy or joyful. Go to a scene where you were in your joy. This lifetime was wonderful and you felt happy. Notice that now. Notice if there are any parallels between your current life and the scene that you are visiting. Does it have to do with others? And if so, who? Breathe in this joy. Know that everything you are experiencing in this moment that is joyful, blissful, you can bring forward into this realm and reality to help enhance your life. And just experiencing this scene gently coming to a close, I would like you to ask if there are any other scenes or situations in this lifetime that need to be given or presented to you for learning in this lifetime. Ask for that now, and please go to that scene. What's going on that is important in this scene? Are there any parallels happening in this scene that connect to your current lifetime? What does your Aquaferian self most need you to know? What comes through? Very clearly feel, see, experience everything your Aquaferian self has to show you, teach you, offer you to bring back into this lifetime. And when you're ready, I would like you to go to the last day in this lifetime. the day from you pass from this existence. Go there now. And notice how you are transitioning. What's going on? If it's a painful death, you can move quickly past it and transition into spirit form. Just noticing what it's like to be free from this body, now experiencing yourself in this life as an Aquaferian life and as in spirit life, and recognizing that it is all you, that is all part of your soul, and seeing this dynamic from a very higher perspective of your soul being eternal and endless, of your soul being created for experiences. And as you look back over this Aquaferian life, how would you characterize it? Did you leave behind any unfinished business or unresolved business? Did you make any promises or vows? You can allow your spirit self and your human self to fully communicate with your Aquaferian self for more information, for things that need to be shared or told to you to help you in this lifetime. I'm going to give you a moment to do that now. And if there's anything that needs to be healed, anything left undone, this is a time for your spirit self, your human self, your Aquaferian self to call in your guides and higher guidance to help that along. I'm going to give you a moment to do that now. If you experienced anything during this lifetime that needs to be healed, that needs to be more deeply understood or shared, this is the time now to let that happen. Let's do a calling in of all your angelic guidance, of all your guides, to help heal and seal up this remembrance, to bring forward everything with you back into this realm and reality that will be in service to your soul, leaving behind everything that is not, knowing that although you are all one, this human, this Aquaferian, this spirit, The human self comes back forward into this realm and reality, clean, clear, sovereign, and carrying only that which is the highest benefit to the service of your soul in this lifetime. Please thank your Aquaferian self for offering up his or her information. And I would like you to prepare to come back into this time and place by seeing yourself come back through the same doorway you entered, remembering that this is your doorway. This is your entrance into the Aquaferian realm, free to enter and exit anytime you choose, coming back to the bottom of the third level of the stairs. From the bottom of the third level of stairs, please move up to the second, and from the second level, move up to the first, and from the first to the top, preparing to come back into this time and place. On my count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, just taking a moment, no rush, to breathe yourself fully back into your body. And if you need to take some nice deep grounding breaths to your Earth Star chakra to fully come back into body, please take your time and allow that. And I am going to give you a couple of minutes for those of you who wish to journal, and then we'll come back and share experiences. So while you are all finishing up your writing, I'm going to make a couple of quick announcements. One is I would like to thank you all for joining me today. And if you would like to do some personal work with me in the future, I'm going to offer you all a $50 off of a personal session. So just keep that in mind. That's good anytime, anytime in the month of March, if you want to do a little personal one-on work together. And the second one is in April, I am going to be hosting a hypnosis for guided meditation and journey writing class, which is essentially a course. Well, I will teach you the dialogue that I just spoke in order for you to take your clients, your students into guided meditations and journeys. So this dialogue that I use can be kind of parlayed, tweaked a little bit for many, many uses, and for even many, many different career paths. It's good for anybody who wants to use a trance or meditation to get their clients or students in a calm space, to either take them through a meditation, get them to relax into the space, or take them on some kind of a journey. And I'll teach you how to write guided journeys and meditations also. So if you're interested in that, please let me know or keep in touch. That'll be happening in April. It's just a couple days, 2 to 3, 2 days, 2 to 3 hours each. And then you get a one-on-one with me also to make sure you feel very confident about what you're doing. And so beyond that, if there is somebody who maybe wants to share a little bit about the experience that they have, this is a good time for that. Sharing is optional, but it sure is fun. Just
I'll share. I'll share.
thanks, Ray.
Mine was really interesting because I was in like a fish form with like kind of a sharky face.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I ended up going through like a what- like a Stargate, like the show Stargate
Mm-hmm.
Atlantis, and I swam into it, but I walked out of it. So like I changed forms as I
Okay.
stepped out of the Stargate. And that was really kind of like, oh, wow, I
Sh
didn't make that up.
shape shifting is a real thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was really cool.
Also, you guys, your reminder that if you want to talk to me, we're going to go another 5 or 10 minutes on the session live. For those of you who want to stay on and chit chat afterwards and share your experience, or ask questions off the record, I'll be here for a little bit for that too. So anybody else feel like sharing on the record?
This is Terry.
Hi, Terry.
I had, a, I guess, I don't know, I guess different than most people. I came in like as a kind of more of a form, like more of a human form, like an independent woman kind of, and like my body was blue and I had long hair. And my experience was I was alone the whole time, but I felt at peace and strong. And then this name came to me. They said that my name was Zota, Zota, my past life.
Nice, love it.
And then I just looked it up and it kind of correlated. It says that the name Zota means you work best in independent capacity. So, and I was by myself and I kept getting the thoughts like in my past life that I was by myself, but I was strong and fine. And then,
Wow.
yeah, it was kind of interesting. Yeah, so
Yeah, thank you for sharing. The really cool
yeah,
thing about these experiences is I do believe they are literal, but they're also really symbolic.
yeah,
And I think when we go into these experiences and you have something like that, where you remember a name like Zota, which means
yeah,
independent, you're independent, and you would have no way of knowing that. That is
yeah,
your like unconscious, like giving you the symbology or giving you, some kind of information, to help you on the other side, on the human side. That's really cool.
yeah, yeah. It's kind of interesting. But I kind of always felt like that in this world, kind of like that I function better.
Yeah.
Like when I need time, I always function better if I'm off on my own. But yeah, that was kind of reassuring. But it was interesting.
I'm glad you found it interesting.
Yeah,
I always do too. I think this whole process
yeah,
is so fascinating of what's laying around in our unconscious.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So that was good. But yeah, that was good. Yeah, thank you. I enjoyed that. It was really relaxing.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. We have time for maybe one or two more. Don't be
I don't
shy.
mind. I don't mind sharing.
Okay.
Um,
Yay.
this was I was a like octopus sort of being. It was very different. Um, I came in my teenage years. I had a mother and father and a younger sister, it felt like. Um, and they all died, and I had to like recreate everything from scratch. And it was showing me how brave and courageous that I am, and how strong I am, and my ability to overcome struggles is just amazing. So that was really powerful for me.
Yeah, nice. Very, very symbolic, maybe,
Yeah.
of your journey.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
And you're multitasking with all those 8 arms.
Well, it was so weird when I first went in. It was like I felt all of my arms just like going, and it was very,
Cool,
very, very cool.
cool. Let's do one more.
I'll share something that I found interesting.
Okay.
This, um, as I was entering this new aquatic state, and I was checking out my fascinating new form, which was
Yeah.
very, very interesting. I did have part human, part fish, I guess. But what I got when I was like, what am I? It was very clear that it was like, my type of group being were called the synergies. And I thought that was,
Nice.
yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting.
Who's talking, by the way?
This is Lisa. Hi, Ameera.
Oh, hi, Lisa. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, very
So
good. Good to
I'm going to
know.
explore that some more. I'm going to explore
Yeah.
that. Mhm.
Yeah, you know, and a scenario like this, you really just get like a snippet or a taste of the totality of what that life might be like and hold for you. Personal sessions go much, much deeper, of course, but it's fun to start exploring in this way. And so, yeah, that's neat that you got a group name.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording, and I am gonna stay on though for a little bit if anybody wants to continue on. And again, mahalos to all of you.